Welcome back for a special day in Hampton. Today we have the Army Corps of Engineers coming out to check out the site. Let's dive right into the action with Alex, Rob, and Mike and see what's going on with the Army Corps.
We've got a whole crew of guys out there. This is Rob Armandola. He's our the PM for Luciano's. This is our cameraman, Jay. He's ex-military, does all kinds of great videos. He's their public affairs guy. And this is Mike. Mike just came home from Wyoming. He's been in construction a little while, and he's fairly new with Luciano's. So you guys want to just go around, introduce yourselves real quick, just spit your name out for these guys. And
I'm Justin Pavis. I'm the district commander.
Kate
Mueller, civil design.
Eva D'Antono, small business officer. Alex.
Coral Salgado, project manager.
Linnea Shirley, public affairs.
I'm Brandon Raymond. I'm the coastal engineer.
Lieutenant Colonel Dave McPhail. I'm the deputy engineer for the district.
Suzanne Grant, administrative contracting officer.
All right, so what we're gonna do, I wanna get you guys out there before this rain. It's only gonna pick up and get a little bit worse. So what we're gonna do is the guys, I'll have you guys, you're gonna get back in your vehicle, you're gonna follow me. We're just gonna go across the street to the fishing dock over here. That's where we're gonna pick up the crew boat. Coral's gonna lead you four over to the other dock. Slips, trips, and falls. When we get out there on these straight ladders, eventually everybody's gonna climb a straight ladder. 3 points of contact at all times. Make sure you take the heel of your boot and lock it into the rung. Don't just get on the rung with the tip of your foot. They're gonna be wet, they could be a little bit slippery, okay? When we get on the barge, Luciano will probably shut his machine down, but generally, I'll make contact with him, eye contact.
I'll meet him out there before you guys get there.
Okay,
so
all right.
Let him know when the boat comes up.
And everything, there's nothing safe about those decks, okay? So that being said,
What do you mean, Randy?
there's oil, there's grease, there's tripping hazards. These guys have spent 2 days getting these as pristine as they'll ever look for your visit. They've got an earful from me. So anyways, but just watch where you're walking. There's so much to see out in front of you, but watch where you're walking. There's crane mats out there, wooden crane mats. They're high and low. There's grease on them and whatnot. On these machines, there's always something leaking, and they do the maintenance right on these decks. When you get near the edge, I prefer that you just stay on the wooden crane mats. There's an area of steel. There's a yellow line around the outside perimeter. You'll be able to get plenty close just staying on the crane mats. We can answer any questions you may have once we get out there. The job is behind at the moment, but they've been working some 7-day weeks when the tides are favorable and weather's favorable to try to get. They're never going to get caught up, but we're on a time extension, and I'm going to drag them across the finish line whether they like it or not.
Yes, sir.
So, but they're getting in a good rhythm right now. I've been at this a long time.
Yes, you have.
Probably too long. But they're doing well. I enjoy working with this company. They work hard and they do good work and they really care, and that's what matters to me.
Randy, we love working with you.
Can we add for the camera that they're a small business?
Yes.
And we're very excited about that.
Yeah, 8A company.
Disadvantaged small
And
business.
It's all right. I'm going to be getting this over shortly.
Luciano Ribeiro, I go back over 20 years with him when before he was in business on his own, and this has been a great success story for them as well as far as how this program works. And it's up to us to teach them, to bring them along. You know, generally they start very small, very limited equipment, sometimes limited knowledge, but by the time they hit that 10-year mark, they're supposed to be able to go out and compete with everybody else. These guys will be ready to compete. They can compete right now, actually. So we're out at Isles of Shoals too. The same crew, we're doing Isles of Shoals. So we're trying to get done here to go back out there, and we'll be back out there all summer again. Any questions on any of the safety stuff I've mentioned or anything?
I'd say gloves are probably good. Just
Yeah, if you've got gloves, that would be great.
I have an extra pair.
I'm going to just chime in on the boat real quick, Randy.
Okay.
When you guys are about to step off of that ladder, all right, from the boat to the ladder, The boat is obviously going to be going with the ocean up and down. So time that. All right. He will keep the boat tight to the ladder, but time that. If you feel as if you're not on the ladder, let go of the ladder and stay on the boat. Don't try to do the happy medium. It doesn't work out for anybody. All right. So just time that step off, because you don't want your legs to get caught between the boat and the ladder. Dominic, I think, is driving the boat right now. They know they're waiting for you guys. Like I said, just time that on and off. We've had that's the trickiest part of it, because the boat's climbing. If anybody's uncomfortable when you get on, you can always walk back the jetty. The jetty's a little slippery, but you know, that's the only thing I wanted to kind of.
When we get out there, can you meet us at the ladder? I always like somebody at the ladder. When
whale watching. How's it going, Randy? Nice rig. It's pretty good. I like it.
And they're going to get on video too, so Commander's going to fall for us. Dramatic effect.
You want to go first?
Okay, don't forget to look up.
Picture it didn't happen.
Don't worry, you guys will catch all this on YouTube.
What we do is we're gonna go, we'll just watch them take off. They're gonna go into there, drop them off, and then they're gonna come right on the boat. But you are gonna have to walk up when we get to the barge. So brace yourself.
Okay.
Yes. Big dog. Dirty.
So they're doing all the Jackup barges.
Yeah, so we're basically doing all the.
Where
We're
is
doing
Riverside?
based on
Portsmouth.
Newington, Portsmouth.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, yeah, we've been at it for a while. Do a lot of projects in the Navy, and so we're used to the process. And, we used to do a lot of offshore dredging about 10 years ago, but we got out of the offshore disposal and we just focus on the upland work now. But, a few safety things before we get underway. Underneath you, additional life jackets in the event they're needed. We have fire extinguisher located here. We have a life ring and a life sling for helping recover somebody if they go overboard. When we get out there, when we go to transfer onto the Jackup barge, we'll get in position. Don't step out there until the deckhand tells you it's okay to step out, and he tells you it's okay to transfer over to the ladder. In the event that somebody does go overboard, follow the direction of the crew and do your best to keep an eye on the victim, always telling the crew where the victim is so we can keep them in sight, so then we can effect a recovery. Any questions, don't hesitate to ask. So just to be a 10-minute ride, but it is a little rolly out there, but it's not too bad. So just make sure you have good footing before you step onto the ladder, or as you step onto the ladder. Okay?
All right. So
All right.
Use the Jackup barges.
Yeah.
I think we had probably envisioned some use of barges just given.
Yeah, barges with the crane holding.
But then they opted for Jackup barges just for the stability of, you know, it is the tides here swing a lot. I mean, you'll see today that even though it's raining a little bit, you do, once you get 6 to 10 ton stones on Trying to pick them up, balance them, and get them in like you'll see like a very precise location.
Because this is the first time I've seen it.
And it's a pretty substantial repair too.
Back a little bit too when someone gets here.
It's all fine until you sit.
So hold on. Yep.
Are we good?
We're on time.
Yep.
Really? Yep.
Right.
Oh boy.
That's all the time we have for this week. Be sure to tune in next week as the Army Corps gets on the barge.